Hello, and welcome back. And now we have Sean. Take it away, buddy.
All right. A lot of stuff's happening. We're right in the middle of San Diego's comic convention, and basically a lot of these guys just showed up. It's not really news that stood out for me anyway. One more interesting things that happened is some of the addition of the Shield cast members for next season.
Ooh.
Yeah, which is really interesting.
Names?
Bobby Morse, Mockingbird, which I thought that was interesting.
Okay.
I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
I can see that happening. Though.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
I thought that was great. That was the one that stood out most for me. I'm glad that's happening though.
So does it mean
Lucy Lawless is in the show next season. I don't know the
As
character's
Carol
name.
Danvers?
No, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
Saving her for the movie.
Yeah, but I was really happy that they're going to be adding more of those characters coming in next season, and it's something that if you go back, we actually talked about this at the very beginning, and it actually happened for Shield, which was they needed to change the cast.
Yeah.
Right, and because we knew if this didn't happen, it would have just been one season, no doubt. There are too many characters that were just the same. So I didn't know what the creators were thinking when this happened, but I'm glad to see the characters that we wanted to stay actually stayed.
I don't know. I like what's his name? Fitz?
Yeah.
What's
scientist?
Yeah. I kind of like the...
Well, one is Fitz, the other is Simmons.
Simmons.
Yeah.
Simmons was the...
Simmons the girl, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I like Fitz a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, I like both of them. I did.
You only need one scientist, really.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm like, considering it was more male dominated.
Yeah.
I guess
this is a lot of white dudes.
Yeah.
The characters that
That's
they cut
the
were
other
like
part of
the
it.
white dudes
Yeah.
cut replaced them.
Yeah. But I'm glad they brought in Tippett, which
Yep.
is the grandson of one of the Howling Commandos.
The black one, apparently.
Oh, right. Right.
I'm sure you can see him if you watch it.
Yeah.
That guy.
I am all aboard for Agent Carter.
Mm-hmm.
One condition: Neil McDonough. Dum Dum. If Dum Dum isn't in it, I don't care how good it is. I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
I want Dum Dum.
If you're gonna have at least one Howling Commander,
I want
it
the
has
bowl.
to be.
I want the bowler hat. I want Dum Dum. That's it.
Yo,
Right?
I don't think you're gonna get Dum Dum, bro.
Well, you know what? I'll just wait for Shield season 2. That's it.
Yes. How are they splitting that?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But if you looked at the Winter Soldier when they had the snapshots,
Yeah.
he was in it. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Right? But find a way, people. Make it happen. I want Dum Dum. Those are one of the things. The Avengers cast showed up. You know what? I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm getting older or something like that. But I'm like, okay, they showed up again. Unless they were giving me something that was gonna blow me out of the water, I'm like, what are you bringing for me here? Yeah, you got all of these guys together. They're all sitting down like they're all best friends, whatever. But I need to see something, right? Yeah, we got a Quicksilver. Yeah, we got a Scarlet Witch. Vision's around. Okay. Then what are you bringing here now? And I'm not seeing that. I don't know. Maybe it's more to come. I mean, they showed I guess the character concepts of all these guys fighting the Skrulls and all of that. So, you know, that part was a little bit interesting.
Other than that, Skrulls or
no, not Skrulls, Ultrons.
Oh.
The Ultrons. They're fighting the Ultrons, right? So that was okay. It was great, but we already knew that. I just wanted something different, right? So maybe we'll see like clips somewhere about. One thing that stood out for me was the Fantastic Four movie. I expected them to be there, at least talking about, maybe even if they did show concept art or whatever it is.
Have you even seen the costumes yet?
No, nothing. And I'm like, boy, you guys are just making this worse as it goes along. I know people watch this movie based on curiosity,
Why did
but
they just throw Wolverine in it?
yeah,
I would have done that.
I'm like,
Oh shit, it's Wolverine for
Yeah.
reasons.
yeah, something, you know. But do something at this point.
And didn't during Comic-Con, Sony announced that they canceled their production on Spider-Man 3 and pushed it back to 2018.
They didn't
Yeah.
cancel production. They pushed it back
They
because
pushed
one
back.
of the writers left, and he is now writing the Power Rangers movie. If I am to be
Yes.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like, they were already pretty far into somewhat pre-production, but then they canceled production to find another writer.
Yeah.
That's what
Which they have. They found another guy to replace him.
yeah,
Maybe he'll know how to write.
exactly. You know, they don't understand.
Maybe it'll be
People
the
will go
reverse
see-
Spider-Man. Maybe it'll be the reverse original Spider-Man series.
Yeah.
We'll get good at 3.
Yeah. But people watch Spider-Man because it's Spider-Man, right? So they support because the kids want to see Spider-Man.
Yep.
So the kids will make their parents take them, right? Or they'll save their money, they'll go whatever it is, but they'll go see Spider-Man. It's the same as Batman. Everybody talks about how great, oh my God, the movies were great, and look at how much money they made. Because it's Batman, right? It's the same thing because it's Spider-Man.
I
The
don't
other
know,
truth
Batman
is-
2 was pretty good.
Well,
Batman 3 was not pretty good.
exactly. But again,
Why do you have the bag on his head?
Yeah.
When he was in the plane. Didn't they check before they put him in the plane? God damn it.
somebody didn't think this shit through. But anyway, point being is, you get the product. This is what you come out with.
I honestly don't want that other
Yeah.
dude to go write Power Rangers.
No,
Honestly,
I don't want anyone to
I
do
just
anything
don't want
with
them
this
to
one.
do Spider-Man. I think this has already damaged the brand, and they may think they've done something great, but they haven't.
No.
I want nothing Amazing Spider-Man movie related, cause it sucked, right? And what you did with the Rhino, right? My biggest pet peeve. You tell me in the age of all the CGC, right, and all the green screens and the bodysuits and with the little ping pong balls on them and all of that stuff, you tell me the best you can do is a mechanical Rhino?
Okay. It's not the best they could do. Because obviously they've done better. Because look at Mark Ruffalo Hulk.
No, we're talking about, no, forget that.
No, we can't forget that.
No.
Because that was early. That was before this.
No.
That is not. That is
Well,
no. That is a good
No.
measuring point.
No. What I'm saying is, you're not getting the point. The point is that this has been created, and that's the standard set, and the best you can do is this for Spider-Man, and you tell me
Who would make a robot like in the
exactly.
shape of a fucking
You
rhinoceros?
telling me, like you telling me that you've seen the Hulk, and not even the Mark Ruffalo. Go back a little bit. Even Ed Norton's Hulk, it was pretty well done. The Abomination was pretty well done, and you're telling me you're gonna give me a robotic suit of the Rhino?
And it
Why-
looks awful. And it's some
And
of the
looks
worst.
Awful.
Some of the worst CG I've seen.
Yeah.
So, like, the original 2 Spider-Man movies look better than this.
Yeah.
That's how awful this is.
And they tell me this is justified and this was a great movie. Sony, you guys fucking suck. Right?
Dude, remember the fucking death scene of Gwen Stacy?
That
Spoilers,
was-
but fuck you.
That was a joke.
There was
Yeah.
you could literally
They had to be laughing as they were filming.
Oh
that.
yeah.
you could have put Benny Hill music behind it
Mm-hmm.
and it would have fit.
I'm sorry. And they talk about how this guy is. Somebody mentioned he's one of the best Spider-Man actors.
I guess he's the second best Spider-Man actor.
Christopher Hammond was better than him.
Fuck.
Oh shit! Just took it there.
I guess he's the third
Right?
best.
And if you guys
Yes,
don't,
he's the third.
and if you guys
No.
don't know who Christopher Hammond is, look it up.
Neil Patrick Harris is better than him.
Yeah.
Drake Bell is better than him.
Drake Bell is fucking damn good as Spider-Man.
That's right. The
Surprise.
guy who wore the Spider-Man suit in Electric Company was better than him.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's right.
The guy who wears the Spider-Man suit at the mall is better than him.
That's right.
I guess you're
That's
the
right.
eighth best.
That's right. The guy that was out in Korea who was scaling the buildings in the Spider-Man outfit, better than you, man.
I'm a better Spider-Man than you.
And he's Logan.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Exactly.
We took this to a weird and awesome place.
Did
Yeah.
you know what movie was replacing Spider-Man 3 in the Sony
Sinister
lineup?
Six?
No.
What?
Drake's Fortune.
Oh yeah.
That is going to replace the
Okay.
2016 slot.
Don't
hear that
blow it,
Sinister Six coming out.
Sony. Don't
That's
blow
coming out
it.
in like 20...
I think it was 27 or 6.
Hey, man. Could be the new Indiana Jones. If it's done right.
They're raping him. They're raping. All I can think is the South Park scene.
My problem with this, with Sony making the video games, like the only video game movie that I think is going to be decent is going to be the Ratchet and Clank movie, because it's going to be a kids movie. But video game narrative is usually awful, watered down bullshit. So if you just condense it into a movie, we're just gonna get really shit movies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I don't think people realize this, but The Last of Us is like a really bad The Road.
Yeah.
No, not a really bad The Road. The worst The Road. Like, I love The Road, and that's why it makes me angry.
When you compare The Last of Us to a video game narrative, then yeah, I guess it's a narrative fucking masterpiece. When you put it next to fucking Duke Nukem Forever and like Sonic fanfiction,
Yeah.
but when you put it against good movies or books, then it's not. It's bad.
The Road.
Because
Lawrence of
you have to-
Arabia.
Like, it's a 10-hour story with just full of cliches and bullshit, which is
Yeah.
fine for a video game because you have the action scenes to cut it up, and you need the story to link it all. But yeah, I don't get why people are like, I want a Mass Effect movie, I want this movie, I want that movie. They'll make awful movies.
Mm-hmm.
They are not good narratives, especially Mass Effect. Mass Effect was narratively good for one game out of 3.
I remember when I liked Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm done.
Well, so that was
That
it.
was
I
my
know
bad.
we strayed off a little bit,
Yeah.
but
No,
It got really
that was well
interesting.
deserved.
Yeah.
We were all. I've been really angry about video game
Mhm.
narrative for a while.
I've been angry about Spider-Man for a while.
I've been angry about Spider-Man
Yeah.
since the first one.
It's funny, I'm now reading Spider-Man comics. I never thought I'd do that again.
Yeah.
I really would be reading it if Ramos wasn't doing the art.
He's out.
He's out. Okay, pick me up the first one when he's out.
Okay.
Seriously, I don't
Yeah.
like.
I don't
that
know if he's
is-
coming back, but I think issues 6 and 7 is a different artist.
Okay, so give me
I'm in.
those, and if he comes back, then stop bringing them for me.
Yeah.
Honestly, I will not read if Ramos is on. I think his art is the worst. I hate his art. I think he's almost as bad as Liefeld. Like, that's how bad he is to me.
Yeah.
Like, I generally hate his art. I think it's the...
Mhm.
Oh, I fucking despise it. He ruined the Death in the Family arc in the original Spider-Man back when he was fighting Goblin in the Best
Yeah.
of Spider-Man arc that I got from
Yep.
you.
Yep.
Like, that story was perfect. And then the art was just awful. Like, oh my god. The Green Goblin it didn't look human. Like, Harry Osborn did not look human. Like, Norman did not, no, I said Harry, but Norman does not look human. He has little black beads for eyes. And that's his entire pupil. That's his entire pupil. Like, their fucking legs look
Mhm.
disgusting.
Right.
It's like a weird curve at the back that goes like this. It's fucking weird. I hate it. I hate it.
Well, let me tell you something. I've always said this. Everybody talks about Slaughter's a great writer, whatever. Honest truth is, it's only because it's Spider-Man that anybody will pick it up, no matter what, right? And
I
they
want to
also,
read Silver Surfer. You have to bring that in.
I have been bringing it in.
I want number 1 because I don't have anything.
You want to read? Okay.
Yeah, I'll read it.
But no, and the thing is, honestly, I've been reading the stories. They're good. They're not great,
No.
right? It's not like it's blowing me out of the water. But it's a great segue because it kind of goes towards the stuff that that's really been coming in. That's interesting. But I will say this: Marvel is pretty much, I'm looking at the way how it's dropping. I love Original Sin.
I'm loving Original Sin.
I love Original Sin. I love a murder mystery, and I love what Aaron is doing. And honestly, walk a mile in his
I was the
moccasins.
one to call this at first.
The best modern story I have read in comics. Period. Right? It's a great story. It's Wolverine, and look for it. I can't remember the actual issues, but I read the omnibus.
I think it's around 290, 270.
Yeah, somewhere around there. But read it. One of the best stories you'll ever read.
So,
Okay.
your time's up, but continue.
Okay. So, Original Sin for Marvel, you have to pick it up. And I love the tie-ins. And it's actually one of the few series where the tie-ins have actually been just as exciting as the book itself.
And as necessary, because they are all part of the narrative of the actual crossover.
Yeah. So if you read it, I think Hulk versus Iron Man is already in second printing.
And then we have Loki and Thor.
The 10th realm. That's been pretty good.
What was the other tie-off?
Well, it's basically the single issues here or there, but Fantastic Four has been excellent.
That reminds me.
Yeah. And we could talk about that, but we'll talk about that in a few seconds.
I was just grabbing it.
But I'll say this, for the last couple months, the Original Sin story arc with the crossovers, they've all been pretty solid. Even Deadpool was actually really good as well too.
I haven't read Deadpool since the fucking Alien cover.
The only one that I haven't I didn't like when it started, but it has gotten better. The last issue was with Doctor Doom, was Original Sins, plural, which was, the first one was with Deathlock.
Yeah.
And the Young Avengers. I don't like the artwork for it, but I guess that's an acquired taste, right? And the last story, which was a really cute story, I had to read it again, and I'm like, you know what? It was just a cute story. It was Lockjaw got hit with the Watcher's eye, right? He lost his bone, right? So at this point, there's a spoiler. So the whole story is him basically remembering where he buried his bone. So he's going to all the different heroes who could try and help him. And finally Iron Man comes in. And they go to the moon. And Iron Man just repulsor rays part of the moon. Right? This big hole. And all of a sudden it's like Lockjaw goes in, pulls out this big ass bone. Right? I'm like, you know what? Considering everything else was going on, I thought that was a cute story. But I think that was the only redeeming thing about Original Sins 1. But this Original Sin, singular, great murder mystery and some really interesting twists, right? I think only one issue whereas like it kind of just wavered a little bit, but quickly the next issue redeemed itself.
No, that was the end of that issue, completely justified the issue itself, and then it just went on from there.
Yeah, because if you read, I think it was issue 3, right? Yeah, where it's like you read the story, it's like, where are you going with this? And then bam, at the end, I'm like, okay, we're on board again, you know. So it's been pretty consistent ever since. But I will say this, as well as what Marvel has been doing, the last 3 books DC has come out with, and you know, it's not like we're not, actually not even 3, 4, because this book has been lingering for a while, but Sinestro was pretty solid, right? And even though we've primarily been like supportive of what Marvel is doing, and we thought New 52 is shit, right?
It was shit. Objectively.
Yeah, it was. But I'll tell you something. The last 4 books they've come out with, we'll start with Sinestro, because I know we talked about this earlier in the year.
Cullen Bunn Sinestro.
Yep, Cullen Bunn Sinestro. Mirror it with Magneto. I think they go hand in hand, right? If you do a comparison, but great all around.
Yeah.
Next one, New Suicide Squad. Excellent lineup. Joker's daughter is in it, right? But great story. Reads like an action movie, right? And the other one is the new Teen Titans. It's basically Speed in one issue, right? But instead of like Keanu Reeves, it's the Teen
Teen
Titans.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I just praised the gods for
Yeah.
Green Beast Boy.
Yeah, and
Dude, I literally looked at the cover.